Hey everyone, it's me Tim, and today I'm going to talk about 5 tips for staying safe while solo motorcycle traveling. Stick around. Okay, like I said, today we're going to be talking about 5 tips to help you stay safe if you're solo traveling. These of course could work if you're traveling with someone else too, but this is more specifically geared towards solo travel. And the first item on the list is to always wear your protective gear. This is super important, especially if you're traveling alone. If you get hurt, if you're out in the backcountry or on a road that's just not that traveled, you could really get yourself into a world of hurt by not wearing the correct gear, meaning a helmet, gloves, jacket, pants, boots. Anything you can do to make sure that if you do happen to fall off the bike, that you're able to walk away from it safely. Number 2 is to stay focused and stay alert. If you're getting tired, just pull over and take a break. It's not worth pushing yourself too much to the point where you're making bad decisions and not able to operate the motorcycle properly. Caffeine can help, but there's no substitute for a good nap or just getting a good night's sleep while you're at camp overnight. Tip number 3 is to plan your route ahead of time. This way you have a general idea of where you're going to be and what kind of road conditions you can expect, especially if you're going off-road. Do a little research to make sure that you're not going to end up getting in over your head with difficulty of terrain. But even if you're going to be taking paved roads, it's still a good idea to have a general idea of where you're going, maybe an idea of, where some emergency services might be, and that kind of thing. That way if anything does go wrong, you know that you're not so far off the beaten path that no one can help you. But if you do happen to be going in the backcountry off-roading, definitely do some research beforehand so that you can make sure you can actually handle the terrain that you're going to be encountering. Which is kind of another tip on its own, is make sure that you're not getting in over your head if you're traveling alone. It's a lot easier when you have a buddy with you or a couple other people to help you get through, river crossings or boulder fields. But if you're traveling alone, you don't have somebody to help you pick the bike up. You don't have somebody to spot you. So it's important to keep things reasonable and stay safe that way. Tip number 4 is to keep your motorcycle in good working condition. This means doing all your regular maintenance, your regularly scheduled maintenance before you leave on a trip. So your oil change is done, your tires are inflated correctly, you've checked your brake pads, you've checked all your fluid levels, and you've just gone over and kind of inspected the motorcycle before you even leave. This way you're lessening the chance that you're going to encounter an issue on the side of the road that you're going to have to deal with by yourself, which sometimes can be a lot more difficult than dealing with having a buddy with you. At least if you have a buddy with you, if you don't have cell service, the other person can go ride to where there is cell service, make a phone call for a tow truck or whatever. But if you're traveling alone, you don't have that option. So it's really, really important to keep your bike in good condition. And tip number 5 for solo travel is to stay in touch with your loved ones, your family or friends. Have somebody that you're kind of checking in with once in a while, somebody that knows what your route is, so if you do happen to fall off the face of the earth, someone knows where to go looking for you. This also gives you a huge peace of mind when you're alone out in the wilderness, that somebody at least knows where you are. It helps you feel a little bit safer. Even if you're not necessarily actually any safer, it just feels safer knowing that someone knows where you are and where to look for you if something was to go wrong. And anyways, those are the 5 tips for solo motorcycle traveling. I hope you enjoyed this list. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ride safe.